When life falls apart, it can be complicated, and complexity comes with challenge, and we need to learn how to work through that. You thought you were doing okay, and then suddenly life hits you with something big: a divorce, a new baby, a move overseas, or the terrifying freedom of a job, a new role change, and you're questioning everything: who you are, and what you value, and what the point is of all of this. If that sounds like you, stick around, and this video is for you and for every man who ever faced a crisis and wondered if he's losing himself in the process. You know, a crisis isn't always chaos. It can be a signal to give us a sense of what we're missing and what we need, what we really need. Let's define what we mean by crisis. It's not just a breakdown or failure, it's a turning point. And in psychology, we call this a transition or an adjustment phase. It can be a divorce that unravels everything you thought marriage would be. It could be becoming a husband or a father where the weight of responsibility crushes your sense of self. Yeah, it could be moving to a new country, feeling lost in the culture and the language. It could be changing jobs or careers, suddenly feeling unsure if your skills or purpose have any meaning. These are not random disasters. They're crossroads that test and expose you, the real you. And the internal conflict can, tear us up inside. It's a mishmash of identity and values and pain. It's a lot of struggle. Where identity, values, and pain intersect, it's a great opportunity. So what's the real crisis? It's not out there, it's in here. And so most men in crisis are not just afraid of change, they're afraid of the version of themselves that no longer fits. You might feel like a stranger in your own body, confused by your own reactions, the disconnect and disparity between your true values and how the decision making actualizes in real life. It's a disconnect. And you think back, why do I didn't have that value. Why did I make that decision? You may start questioning, who am I if I'm not a provider, if I'm not a husband, if I'm not a son, if I'm not a leader? This is about identity realignment. And your life no longer reflects your internal values, or those values were never clear or yours to begin with. And here's something you may not realize. Often, we seek in one domain of life what's missing in another. You may overwork to avoid emotional pain. You may seek intimacy where you actually need stability. You may long for a sense of belonging after being uprooted, having the rug of reality pulled out from under you and life turns upside down. And suddenly all those things we swept under come flying back. So what are we actually looking for? What are you actually looking for? Well, in crisis, it helps to ask, what am I actually craving? Is it security? Is it prosperity? Is it contentment? Is it respect? Is it harmony with elements around me and people? Is it a second chance? Yeah. Maybe if there's a thought that occurs to you about what that looks like for you, feel free to share that in a comment and we can have a look at that together. It'd be nice to share.